Good morning. It is Wake and Bake Live with Timmy. I'm moving late today, as you can tell through all of this. Um, I woke up to tons of congestion from allergies, just pollen. I will wash it through. It's already a warm day here in Virginia. As you jump on here, please say hello. Tell me good morning. I'm late for Wake and Bake. Go figure. I'm awake. A little late today. Good morning, Lisa. Yeah, it's 9:45. I was supposed to go live at 9, but you learn how to go with the flow. Stay in the flow. Stay in the way that it goes. I am very excited to kick this week off. We have got lots of exciting things. I teased a little bit out about what we're working on. I teased a little bit out yesterday on Sunday sermon, but today I want to talk about some stuff. So do me a favor as you jump on here this morning. Say hello. Tell me where you're watching from and tag a friend in the comments. I know I'm a little late going up live for Monday morning Wake and Bake. I am going to be adjusting that live schedule starting this month a little bit. I'm going to go through that today. As y'all know, Mondays are the day that I work in my business, not on my business. I work on my business, which means I work here in the office, kind of like strategizing, right? Invoicing, grocery planning, week mapping out, mailing mapping out from what I walk into on Monday mornings. And so today I am working here in the office. Good morning on the roads. Good morning, Heather. I figured you were on the road. I wasn't sure if you'd be around again until midweek or so. But I did get up move a little late this morning. Good morning, Hannah. I am live here in a couple of places. So I'd love to know where you're watching from today. I am live here in Hometown Hippie, where I come live for Wake and Bakes. I'm live over in Party with Tammy, which I usually don't go live for Wake and Bakes over there because it's a different genre. That is my Pure Romance business page, the Party with Tammy page. But I have been kind of MIA from that. What's up from Richmond, Virginia? Let me see, put a little banner up here so I can say hello and tell us where you're watching from. Say hello and tell us where you're watching from. So we are also live on YouTube. So the reason that I'm live in all the places today is because I felt like it was important to, I have been kind of, I've had my toe in a couple of different places for a while now. And, I'm here for the Wake and Bake. Okay, perfect. I'm here for the Wake and Bake. Perfect. So, a lot of y'all know that I started my, working for myself. Like I left the day job because Pure Romance allowed me to. Just outside of Gainesville. Okay. So you're heading north as hard as you can. You're heading north. It's really interesting when you're leaving Key West. Like you have to drive north a little ways before you get to like mainland and stuff. So it's a drive for sure. About 7 years ago, because Red and I have been married 17 years this year. I'm going to tell you about the whole Pure Romance in a second. I got a story. But we took our 10th year wedding anniversary. We took 9 days, 10 days, 11 days, something like that. We left. Good morning, Dennis. See what I got on? I'm not a hot mess. I'm a spicy disaster. Dennis, I also have a surprise coming in the mail for you. So I'm excited to see when you get that. We took a long vacation and we left Richmond, Virginia, where we lived. And y'all forgive my hair. It's just what it is on Monday mornings. We drove down to Savannah, which I know a lot of y'all are heading down to Savannah here in a couple of weeks. So we drove from Richmond to Savannah in a day, spent the night in Savannah, and then we left from there and went down to Fort Lauderdale. They were just layover spots. We spent a night in Fort Lauderdale, and then from Fort Lauderdale, we drove down to the Keys and spent 3 days down in the Keys, like Key West, Bahia Honda, which was a little island that's where they filmed the movie with True Lies with Jamie Lee Curtis and Arnold Schwarzenegger, where they're going across the bridge at the end of True Lies. We walked out on that bridge. It's right there in this little federal park called Bahia Honda. You can look it up. It's really cool. It's a campground. I'll never do that again. So we went down to Key West. Then we left there. It's clearing up, but it's still there. It's driving me crazy. We left there and drove from the Keys to Panama City. And we spent a couple days in Panama City, Florida. Not Panama City, Daytona. I don't know why I said Panama City. I do not know why Panama City came out of my mouth. I've never been to Panama City, Florida. That's weird. We drove to Daytona, spent a couple days in Daytona Beach, and then from Daytona Beach, drove to Charleston, South Carolina, spent a couple of days, like 4 days in Charleston, and then boom, came back home. My favorite places were Charleston. My favorite place was Charleston. The beaches in Key West were amazing. It was just too freaking hot, and we were not drinkers, and we were like there as a vacationing for the day, like driving into Key West. And there was a lot of bars and a lot of sunshine. I'm doing the drive in 4 days. I stopped at Ocala last night at my aunt's, and we're driving home together. Fun. I love that. I love a road trip with somebody. And Red and I, today is his birthday, by the way. So if y'all can do me a favor and throw him some hearts and just pound on the hearts for me, or the likes or the O faces, like hit on the thing. A couple other things. When you are watching me live, if you can pound on those reactions, number one, it's going to benefit you. And number two, it's going to benefit me. Number one, as y'all know, I got put in Facebook jail the other week. So Facebook sends me a message every morning and says, don't forget 13 more days on the bottom of the algorithm. Don't forget 12 more days on the bottom of the algorithm. And it basically tells me, like, we're going to hide you basically unless you do something and let people, like, if they surprisingly find you. So as often as you can heart tag somebody, all those things on the videos here, it would really, really help me out. So today is the husband's birthday, and thank you so much for all the birthday love you gave him this morning. I was talking about something about the Pure Romance and all that this morning when I got on here. I wanted to talk about that and why I'm live at a couple of places. So I started Pure Romance in 2017, and I have not been very transparent and about Pure Romance over here with y'all, because that's such a big part of who I am. I've really not been over there with those 1,400 clients I have in the Party with Tammy VIP group, maybe more than that now. And I thought today we would have a talk about it, right? We would talk about what happened, what's going on with that. I know a lot of you were like, oh, I'll go into that group. And a lot of you were in both groups. A lot of you came from that group. A lot of you here, we talked about that group and you're over there. It is a group for female identified persons over the age of 18. We are a female empowerment company. So what Pure Romance is. That's what they say they are. It's about wellness. They've moved into the wellness arena. They offer supplements now and essential oils and all kinds of things. But in 2017, when I started, we were just simply, we were still always about women's sexual health, but we were we were those parties. We were the fun sex toy parties that women always went to, that had lingerie and all the lotions and potions and all the things that go buzz in the night. And Party with Tammy was a whole lot of fun. And if you are someone who has, if you're here and you know both sides of the story, give me a hashtag Party with Tammy if you have ever actually partied with me with a Pure Romance party. Because whether it be virtual, whether it be in home, whatever it be. So let me tell y'all the story of what's going on with that. Because it's kind of an important story I think, for a lot of people. So don't forget, it is Wake and Bake. It is Monday morning on Wake and Bake. Good morning. We're going to hit the camera and we're going to smoke them if we got them, right? And like I said, I'm live in a couple of places. I'm live in on Facebook here in the Party with Tammy, which is shocking. I never go live there, but I know a lot of y'all have been like, where are you at? What's going on? I've seen people out and about. They're like, hey, what's going on with your Pure Romance business? And I've been very reluctant to make a decision about any of it, right? I've been playing with one toe in that boat. And I thought I would tell a story today. we're gonna set some records straight. So back in 2017, I was postmenopausal, post-hysterectomy. Let's put that away, right? And for those that are watching this, guys are like, I don't want to hear this stuff. Trust me, it's not as detailed as you think. Okay, I was just feeling some kind of way, right? Kind of stuck in a rut. And women, we kind of feel that way. And it's interesting because I was watching this documentary, and it's interesting to know that for the first million years in the world, right, all of the scientific studies, all of the psychological studies, all of the medical studies, all of the studies, just to be able to know what the hell's going on in human nature with people, mostly have been done experimenting with men. So there's a lot of things about the female psyche, the female sexuality, the female medical human, person, all the pieces and parts of us that is not as well understood, the pieces that make us different than our male counterparts, right? Our different chromosomed counterpart. And the flight or fight reflex, right? Everybody knows about the flight or fight, right? It's the hypothalamus kind of gives us the ability to see something and either run towards it and kind of fight it, or run away from it and retreat and hide, right? And that's kind of how we cope with danger, right? And can tell me, are you a fight or are you a flight? Are you somebody who, when things get crazy, do you try to like hit it, or do you try to run from it, right? Where are you at in that spectrum? Because, I always was like, how do you cope with things, right? What is your coping mechanism? And interestingly enough, this documentary talks about how women had a third trauma response, had a third mechanism. And it was kind of like hive and be rewind kind of thing. So basically women could deal with all of the things that like upset them, and like versus running from it or fighting it or whatever. Women needed an opportunity to come together as community. Women needed an opportunity to come together as community and just bitch about it. We just want to bitch about it for a minute. Just a minute to like gripe about it, right? We can say out loud all of the things that upset us about the situation. We can bounce it off one another, and we can walk away feeling like we can handle it. And that's a girls' night, right? And that's why girls need girls' nights and beach weekends and all the things. We need that opportunity. And I feel like over the history of the world, right? And I'm not saying I'm not man bashing. Please don't think I am. I'm not. But over time, right, there are opportunities to pull women and keep us away from one another, right? There's so many things to not have us to kind of come, because when we're together, and here's the thing, I believe this, I think birds of a feather, right? Birds of a feather, like-minded individuals, community in general. When people come together, the collective comes together for a common purpose, for a common goal, for a common thing. I feel like the energy is palpable. The ability of that group of people is phenomenal, and it's probably unmeasurable, the things that if people put their mind to something they could do. And when Pure Romance came along, I was really, 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 really probably in a connection desert, right? I was working to the point of exhaustion with my day job, making those big dollar figures. I had bought this brand new house. Money was a little tighter than I liked it to be when we bought the house. We had been saving for so long for the house that, I kind of thought once we got the house that you could exhale a little bit, but right after we bought the house, we had to buy new furniture. And then after we bought new furniture, we needed to buy new cars. And so it just kind of went to that snowball. Anybody understand that? And I decided to throw a pure romance party. My friend Carly had asked me if I wanted to throw a party, and I was like, hell yeah, let's do it, yo. I'm like, I got this new house. It's a great fun way to have my girlfriends over for a reason other than just like a housewarming. We would have a good time. I really was craving some girlfriend time. Um, you know, and when you're pinching pennies and saving to buy a house and stuff like that, you are very much like it was Red and I was like, I need a little break. Like men can't be there. It gives me a chance to kind of like have my own fun time. So Curly came and did a party and I had a lot of fun. And she asked me if I wanted to do it. And I was like, no. I'm like, I'm an entertainer, not an I don't have to go. I'm not doing all this. This is way more than what I know. I have a job, right? I'm like, thank you then. A different place in my life. I was not ascending. I was not awakened. I was not on a spiritual journey. None of those things. I was just whatever. I was toxic old Tammy. Watching while reading CC since I forgot my headphones. You can turn this one. It's not that bad. So fast forward another year, right? Another year in the house. Another year, things had changed, right? Because here's the thing, right? You never know what's going to happen in your life. And in that year, that first year, a lot of things had changed. Number one, I had left my job with the company I've been with for 15 years where I had all of my friends. Like when you're with someone, when you're there and good morning, Mel, when you're at a company for so many years, like you become part of like it's your friends and your family. And I was working at making more money, but working in an environment where I had no hive, right? I had no support group. I had no friends. And here's the thing: is like the people that I worked with for 15 years, who I thought were my family, out of sight, out of mind. So number one, like in that year, I changed jobs because I thought I was going to make more money and it was going to be a whole new start. I thought I was going to see all the people that I saw every day, like just in our social, because we did things on weekends and I went to their kids' birthday parties and they came to Red's birthday parties in my house. I mean, it was just, I thought it was going to be different. But when you're not there every day, it's just work families are exactly that, work, right? And I was miserable. I was, post hysterectomy. I was loving the Pure Romance products because they were helping. But I personally, I personally was miserable because I had no friends. And when Carly asked this time about me doing Pure Romance, number one, um, I was like, I can maybe do some parties. And then my honest thought process there was like, well, a lot of my friends from the old job came to the party. I can talk to them and do parties, and it's a way to see everybody, to see all of my old friends, and to get paid to do it and not just go out and blow money, but to make money. So a year later, I decided to say yes, and I love helping people. And in that arena, and at that time, my mindset is like I was dealing with number one, not having a lot of ability to like afford to just go out and do girls' nights, but needed them. And this is a way to go out and help women do the same thing. Number two, it was a chance to make some extra money, right? And to get the things that I was already buying at a discount. So it made sense. And the rest was history with that. I loved it. I love helping women. I met women who I mentored as business owners. I met women who I helped through trauma responses and being able to reclaim their orgasm. And we talked about using Canada. I talked about all these things for the last couple of years, but here it is, right? So let me fast forward 2017, and my sales in Pure Romance they were always a part-time gig kind of deal, right? It was always kind of like one of those things that I worked at when I wanted to. I had the inventory and I still have some over there. But it's January of 2020. 2020? Yeah, 2020 when the pandemic happened. We had moved back here. A bird just flew in my window. We had moved back here. I had made up my mind that I was going to get back into food somehow, right? Hotel Hippie was starting to blossom, right? It was starting to like I've got like 10 different things. I had all the different things I was doing. idea of the food truck with the condiments to start with that were going to be dosed to help you kind of drop your shoulders, like for your barbecue sauces, your hot sauces that I was making back then. Um, and I told told Carly, who's also my woo woo guru, who's also my leader with Pure Romance, who's also one of my best friends, because that's what happens when you do that kind of stuff. You kind of just you build relationships, right? And I told Carly, and I said, I love helping people. And I told her this beginning of 2020. I said, but I want to create my own product. I want to create my own product. She's like, okay. She's like, well, give it one more month, because I had this like idea of March Madness popping in my head. And when I decided, I said, okay, fine. She's like, well, just give it one more month. Right then's whenever like pandemic hit, people were online. I did not know there was not going to be any restaurant stuff. There was not going to be anybody eating in a restaurant for a minute. So the universe was like, you need to spend this next year helping and building relationships and learning about your business and running this business in a more business type way to maybe get some lessons. So that was my goal in the beginning of 2020, was to step away. I was like, I'm going to keep my discount, right? I'm not going anywhere. I told her this in February of 2020. I said, I'm not going to actively work my Pure Romance business anymore. I said, I really want to create my own product, and I want to be entrepreneurial, but I want to help people with something that I create. Like I said, pandemic happened. Everything kind of like got put on pause. It's like I was learning all the things I needed to learn to run my business, but my Pure Romance business quadrupled. I earned a position of prestige with the company. I welcomed in 24 new women last year. I did $65,000, over $65,000 in Pure Romance sales last year. I helped a multitude of women reclaim their sense of self, all of the things. Now we are in September of last year, and Hometown Hippie is up and pumping, and I'm getting all these messages. I'm like, we're talking about this. I'm going through all of the ideas. I'm not on Facebook yet. None of y'all have found me yet. I'm not really out and about. I watched this video on Amazon Prime. It was that LuLaRich thing that came out, because people were starting to say things to me that were very bothersome. I was like, what are y'all talking about? What is a hun? What is all this? So a lot of the fear and bringing Hometown Hippie forward was a fear of losing my other Pure Romance business that I'd grown into such a incubator of like a business. It was really starting to, they're like, you need to LLC. You're growing. This is going to happen. I was making enough money. This is my only job. I was not working for anybody else. Pure Romance was all I was doing. That and Hometown Hippie, I had time to do all of those things. So I watched this documentary, and I asked a question about it to my leaders about some things that were bothering me, right? I am not saying in any stretch of the imagination that there's nothing that was in comparison as far as product or mantra from the company, but there were some of the toxicity of the toxic positivity that was bothersome to me, right? The some of the rah stuff that, if you watch it and you've ever been at MLM, you can see some mirrored things. And the things that had always kind of bugged me about the industry, that people would say forever about the pyramid scheme and all of that, which I had no problem with. I feel like anything you do in life, you have a responsibility to do the research to understand what you're getting into. I had no doubts about the fact of what Pure Romance was, as far as a multi-level marketing company, and that there were people above me that were going to make a little percentage, even though I wasn't paying it. That I know that it is not easy. It is not part-time work for full-time money that you get out of anything what you put into it. So it was never a surprise to me. It was never I never got sold on anything, right? And a lot of people, that's their argument, is that they're promised all of these things, and In reality, you don't make that or whatever. But I was like, well, I'm making it. I'm doing all the things, and I'm a living proof that you can make money doing this, right? Like I was able to pay for stuff, like lots of stuff. But I also didn't like buy contest and pay for this, or like I didn't like I bought what I needed. Like I did it for a business, not to get some accolade that wasn't mine. And that's a whole nother thing. But whenever I asked the question as a hardworking consultant about shouldn't we address this, because I feel like this could be misconstrued, and I'm very, very articulate in how we kind of said it, and I got attacked, then I started feeling a certain way about the company. And I was like, I'm not making these motherfuckers $1. Like I've already bought this stuff. It's good stuff. I said, but I don't want, right now I need a moment. I'm not ordering more things. I can sell this inventory, but I need to kind of get my bearings. And I was like, you know what? Let's look at it for what it is. And I want y'all to think, this is a long story today while I'm live in a bunch of places, but it's important story. And I felt like if I had to tell it, that it needed to be, I kept feeling like it has to be told. Somebody needs to hear this. And it might not be for an MLM, but it could be for anything that maybe you are comfortable in, that you are having trouble kind of releasing. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe it's a job, right? Maybe it's any kind of situation that you're staying in, right? Because of a sense of obligation. We're going to talk about it. A lot of us end things, right? A lot of us end relationships, end jobs, end stuff on a very bad note. And last September, October, when this whole LuLaRoe thing came out, and I asked the question and kind of got told, like, she's just lazy, doesn't want to work. I'm like, bitch, I work. Like, this is not the case. I just have a question. And it really, really bugged me. But here's what I said. Pure Romance was exactly what it was supposed to be in my life. Number one, I met so many of you. And I'm still have a discount. I do not place bulk orders anymore. I do not do parties anymore. But I do have I am keeping my discounts. I'm not an active leader anymore, but I will help you individually for leadership questions. But I was trying to figure out how to come to terms with the time I've spent with the company. And I worked through it, and I was like, you know what? I was like, it allowed me to step away from the corporate job to allow me the freedom to test kitchen a lot of stuff. It allowed me to meet the number of women that I've met that are in all of the groups, that are my friends, that are that come to my house, that are just like that the amount of women that I have learned that I've come in contact with has been phenomenal. Not only from like a client consultant basis or a concierge client place, but from a business sense, from a friendship sense, just from so many different types of women, so many different kinds of resources. I've met women who taught me so many things about graphics, or taught me about marketing, or taught me about how to make a TikTok video, all the way down to like, well, giving me the truth of the matter. Like, well, maybe you were being an asshole. Like, maybe you take a deep breath and look at this differently, to spiritual guidance, to so much, right? So, when you are taking account of things that maybe no longer serve you, right? Maybe you are, like Melanie said, she's finally free from the Burger King grasp, right? But she knows that that's her safe space. That's like a warm blanket, right? She knows the work inside and out. She probably knows the people inside and out. She knows what she can get away with, what she can't get away with, and that's a paycheck on Friday. Sometimes we get very caught up in that comfort zone. And then sometimes we feel very guilty because we know that because I know that like, I was very blessed to get out of Pure Romance. I saw 1010 on Sarah Watch's post. So I don't know if it shows it on here or not for y'all. It does not. On mine, it tells me the time. So it says 1010. So she said she only orders. Here's the thing. I have people that order all the time. I've got to place an order soon. Like, I was like, well, use my website. Here's a discount code. I need some stuff. Like, I need Miracle Oil, and I need some Body Dew, and because I sold all of it at a discounted rate. But I came to terms with the gratitude, right? The gratitude. We talk about raising the vibration. It's okay to change the way in which you maneuver a situation, or you handle, or you're involved in something, and be okay with it. Blessing and releasing is okay, right? What does it they say? That is what's yours will come back if you let it go, or whatever. Like, release it. If it comes back, it's yours. But didn't, it was never meant to be. And for me, I was like, it's not about letting go of the business part of it. It's not like, I'm like, it's fine. I don't have to place an order. I'm not looking at reports. That's kind of like the back of my mind. But what I stress over, and why I'm live here today in a couple of places, is because there's 1,400 women over in the Party with Tammy VIP Love Lounge. 1,400 women who depended on me for a little guidance, a little help, a little love and light, right? They were there. They got Sunday sermons every Sunday. They got a magic, or what's going on Wednesday. They got a lot of these lives that I've just kind of like left and came over here to the Hometown Hippie group. And it's not about the pure romance piece of it, right? Because I'm okay with saying, like, that is done what it's done. Here's some sales that they're offering. Here's my website. If you need things, then you are aligned. You'll find me. You'll get the things that you need. If you need a party, I've got girls on my teams to hook people up with. But what it's important is that I don't leave y'all over there high and dry. So you'll be seeing a lot more lives. If you are in the Party with Tammy VIP Love Lounge, you're going to be seeing a lot more lives. If you are interested, I do have, I am a cannabis concierge in the state of Virginia. Cannabis is legal for adults over the age of 21 to grow and partake and gift one another. So I am someone who believes in plants over pills. So in case you've been in Party with Tammy, you've seen me live, and y'all from Hometown Hippie, y'all know that I've been stoned and alive on Party with Tammy. So they probably could see and know. But yes, so I am a cannabis concierge. I offer free cannabis edibles to people for taking advantage of a cannabis concierge. We talk about your cannabis needs, and I provide you with some of the things you need to have your needs met. If you have questions about that, contact me. I can add you to the Hometown Hippie group. We do a lot of things over there. I don't want you to miss out on that. But I'm not going to pull all the Hometown Hippie stuff and duplicate it in the Party with Tammy, because that's not what that group's about. If Hometown Hippie is not for you, don't worry. I will be coming live on Sunday sermons here. I am going to try to get some type of a post in there for specials and things, in case you do have products that you want to get refilled. Yes, I did change directions, and I'm okay with it. And I've been feeling kind of bad because, our team has gotten big last year. We became a board of directors team. We became a president's club team. But I was just so disheartened with it. And it's just not the path and the way that I want to move right now. And I need to be okay with that, right? And that's what I'm always saying, is like, things can be, not everything is for everybody, but not everything is for everybody all the time. Maybe it's not for you today, but it might be for you another day. And ego will stop you because you're like, well, I said it wasn't for me, and now it is. That's okay. Your mind can change. Things have been for you that are no longer for you. So why can't things that were not for you now be for you? So I think sometimes our ego and our personality body blocks our blessings, even when it's not about like adding something. Maybe it's about taking something away. And my ego with pure romance has been very, 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 I told Carlos, like, I've actually been angry with it. I've been angry with it because I have not been able to, I needed to like set it aside, like, and say, no, I'm not doing team meetings anymore. And I'm not doing this anymore. And I've been so like worried to say no and set boundaries that I have been avoiding. And it's a problem that I have to stop, right? That's not fair to the people who depend on me. And I need to be honest and say, hey, at this time, I'm no longer actively involved. I'm going to remove myself from some of these groups. And I appreciate the opportunity, and then be able to allow my client base, number one, if they need more than what I'm able to give them, I will make sure they get to the right place to get taken care of. Number two, I promise you I will. It's no hard feelings. If you need pure romance 24/7, I got places to send you. I'll put you right over in Carly's VIP Love Lounge. She is still doing hers full time and actively, and she will hook you up. She will take care of you. And I have no problem doing that because I know that I'm not giving you that kind of attention. If you're somebody who's like, hey, I'm here for it, I just need to get my refills done, as long as I can order from your website, I appreciate you still being a valid customer, that kind of thing, right? I love that. September, I left my power job and it gave me the ability to speak and live my truth. So it feels like I broke the chains that bound me. And I love that. Exactly what you did, right? You broke the chains that bound you. I mean, today is one of those days for me. I'm like, I just need to say it. So that's what the pure romance story is, right? I am not actively in pure romance as far as partying or doing any kind of like special events, no vendor events, none of that stuff. I am working down an inventory. I've got some lubrication, some enhancement creams, some masturbation creams, some lotions, some body stuff, some shave creams, some men's scented things, some lingerie, a lot of smaller size lingerie, a couple of toys, and then I am working the inventory down. So if anybody needs anything, I do have things you can take, walk away with. That's easy peasy, not lemon squeezy. But I am not actively, an active consultant. So that is the pure romance story, y'all. So if you are in Party with Tammy, I am still a consultant, but I am not a party consultant. So stretch it out, stretch it out. Okay. I have got, so we are in May. Mother's Day baskets. Let me go ahead and put these up here real quick because I'm going to tell y'all some things real quick, y'all. We got some fun stuff, okay? Munchie of the Month boxes are available right now. Let me go and take this banner down. Munchie of the Month boxes. That is our monthly subscription box. Don't forget, when you add this box to your order, you can get 10% off of any add-ons, which means if you want chocolate chip cookies, take 10% off your chocolate chip cookies, right? If you want brownies, take 10% off of those. What's going to come in your Munchie box? You're going to get our margarita lime cookies with a salted tequila glaze, which are being made tomorrow. Then you're going to have a churro, and then you're going to have a jar. Let me show you the jar. If you like Nutella, then you will love our Whoa Fella Hippie Hazelnut dipping sauce, our spread. And that is going to, that is going to come in a jar, 2-ounce jar. So you're going to have that. Now, if you would like that, and that's a perfect little treat for you, grab that, get your subscription box. Or maybe you'd like to jazz up a little bit and add a little something extra to this week because it is Mother's Day. Maybe you're treating yourself to a Mother's Day bundle. Maybe you are gifting to a mom. We have 3 different levels of our Mother's Day bundles this month or this week, because this week's the last week you can get them. Number 1, you're going to have the I Love You Very Much treat, which is going to be like a toaster strudel or a strawberry puffed pastry dessert. You're going to have the fancy pre-roll, which is going to be in the pink cone. So the hot little pink cone. You're also going to have a Palo Santo stick, which is going to be your smudging stick. You're going to have that. And that's going to be your level 1 for $30, which will be a edible treat, a pre-roll, and a Palo Santo stick. That is a $30 Mother's Day consultation. Of a conversation. You pay for $30, get that stuff for free. Level 2 consultation, we're going to talk about all that. You're going to get everything in level 1. And then you're also going to be able to add that Munchie box I just told you about. And that's going to be $50 consultation fee. Now, if you really want to go all out and have the perfect month of treats kind of scattered in all the things you need, go ahead and grab level 3 Mother's Day, which is going to give you the I Love You Very Much pop-over treat, the pre-roll, the Palo Santo stick, the Munchie of the Month box. It comes with churro, hazelnut spread, and lime cookies. And then you're also, at the end of the month, right around Memorial Day, you or your mom or whoever you treat this to will get another package in the mail of our elevated s'more kit with a little message that says, but wait, there's s'mores. And there's going to be a dosed chocolate bar and a dosed marshmallow. And so you can have a little fun campfire for the Memorial Day weekend. Those will also be available in 2 weeks, available for y'all. Just the s'more kit by itself. So that's what is going on. We got orders. I got to get the invoices done on this. My goal is to have everything that needs to be mailed for Mother's Day mailed on Wednesday, and all the local pickup ones to be ready to pick up at noon on Friday. Okay. So now I have been working on, because y'all know we are closing down on May 20th and opening back up on June 1st with the launch of our new Square store, our website. So it makes it super easy to order your goodies, check out all online, not have to worry about waiting for an invoice. It's all done in one fell swoop. You can get your order, put your codes in, all the things, right? Now, we are working on a summer Grateful Fed tour contest. And we are working to pick, I'm not sure when the date's going to be yet. I'm not sure if it's going to be Labor Day or later in September for our first annual Harvest Cup. It's going to be Hometown Hippie Harvest Cup Cannabis, our Harvest Cannabis Cup. And it's going to be done during harvest season. And we're going to do a big weekend long event. And the winners, so every order you place this summer gets you on, right? So you get your name on the Grateful Fed shirt. All orders placed between June 1st and August 31st, right? That's going to be our summer concert tour. So all the orders that are placed, you're going to get your city and state, if you placed an order and had it shipped, on the t-shirt. Then every time you place an order, you're going to get an entry. And then we're going to pick 3 lucky winners to be the VIP judges of our first annual Harvest Cannabis Cup. So you have a VIP pass to come in and have like all the food, all the things, and you'll get to be a VIP Cannabis Cup judge. You'll get 3 of the spots for the Cannabis Cup judging. And the goal with this is talking about the power of one, right? And what we want to do is we're going to do a stew. And everybody's going to bring one ingredient, like stone soup. Look that up if you haven't seen it. Stone soup. And we're going to do a big stew. And then I have some ideas. I'm working on all of that, trying to find locations and stuff for making that like a spring. My goal is for Hippie Holidays to plant the garden, and then Harvest Cup, we're going to like harvest it, close it up, and then have a festival on either end of the holidays. One in the spring, one in the fall. That's the goal. I would so fly to come to that. Yes, girl. Yes. So we are working on details for all of that. I'm working with the 2 growers to Plaza. I'm trying to get Beyond the Plant, which is out in the east, to take on Peaks View Hydro, which is out in the west of me, and I'm right here in the middle in the heart of Virginia. So we'll do like our Heart of Virginia Hometown Hippie Harvest Cannabis Cup or something. So we're gonna work out all the details. That's the goal. And Melanie, are you still on here? Melanie Faircloth. She and Brittany start tomorrow full time as Hometown Hippie chicks. They are coming in to be Hometown Hippies in training, and so I'm super excited to bring on some full time help to get some stuff done. It is Wake and Bake on Monday morning. I am going to go get these orders invoiced, return some messages and phone calls. People asked me when I opened up today to give them calls and to follow up with them. Cartridges are being Friday. So if you need oils, let me know. They're on the menu. Go ahead and get how many you need, because I need to know, because I've got to pre-order them. And when they're gone, they're gone. So make sure you let me know how many you need. I'm hoping to have them in stock pretty regularly, but all the things. But I want you to take this week, right? Number 1, today is Red's birthday. It's like a whole time for him to like start a whole brand new year, right? And I don't go back to the Keys till December so I could go. Yes, you could. Come on, go. Somebody's here apparently because the dog's losing her mind. But I am going to go spend the day working on the business, getting some things figured out, making a plan for the week, and celebrating his birthday. So on that note, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. Don't let anything hold you back. Know that you can bless something and release it and it be okay. It doesn't mean you don't love it. It just means that right now it doesn't suit you. And sometimes letting go of that can free you up, right? Just be honest about what it is. Be honest and true to yourself as well as to it. And that's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to be honest and true to myself as well as it. I'm going to get off of here and go make some plans for the week, and I will see y'all soon. If not before, definitely on Wednesday night for What's Up Wednesday, 8 o'clock live right back here. I love y'all. As always, peace, love, and feast. And stay elevated, my friends.